ABC, how's it going? Right, okay, a very quick video, a vinyl finds video, so a bit of a mixed bag, some bits that I picked up recently on Discogs over the last few weeks. Yeah, a few bits from pre-lockdown, but this is what I'm listening to in the background. This is African Head Charge, Songs of Praise, came out in 1990. It's on the On You Sound label, so produced by Adrian Sherwood. It's that really nice mix of dub with sort of African rhythms, even, get my words out. Yeah, really nice record. I think it's just been reissued actually, so quite easy to get hold of. This is one of the last records that I bought prior to lockdown. I picked up at a record fair back in February now, but yeah, really nice stuff. So cool. Hopefully you can hear that. Right, so over the last few weeks I've picked up several 45s actually from Discogs and eBay. So I'm going to show a few of those. So first up, this is a record by Mario Bondi. The track is called This Is What You Are. Originally came out in the mid-2000s, I think. I only heard it about a month ago. I heard it on the radio. I was listening to a soul and funk show Saturday night, and in amongst all the tunes, this came on. And it was one of those moments, I'm pretty sure that we've all had them, you know, where you hear something that really grabs your attention, a piece of music that really gets your attention. Something just really clicks, you know. And you then spend the rest of the song waiting to find out who's performing it or what the song's called, you know. Any bit of information so you can try and find a copy. And at the expense of anybody that's speaking to you as well, you know, it's one of those moments where you're trying to block out all of the other sounds going on in the room just so you can hear what's going on the radio, you know. But yeah, lovely stuff. He's an Italian artist, jazz singer. Yeah, the style of the song it's a very sort of soulful jazz sound, but absolutely beautiful, and it's a record that's really got under my skin, as I say. So I'm going to do a needle drop on that because, yeah, really nice stuff. Right, then a little bit of reggae. This is a track on the Sydney label from 1974. It's by a band called Rocking Horse, produced by Victor Chin, who was a founder of Randy's Records, the shop, the label, the studio. Yes, so and it's a cover. Well, the song's called "Be Thankful," and it's actually a cover of the William DeVaughn song "Be Thankful for What You Got." So I'll hold that a bit closer, you can see what I got there. Which is a song I absolutely love. One of my favourite sort of soul records of the 1970s. But I was thinking the other day, I don't think I've ever heard a bad version of that song. You know, whether it be Massive Attack doing it. I know I've done a needle drop previously on the Intruders version of it. There's other reggae versions of it as well, and this is really nice too. As I say, 1974, so mid-70s as well. Again, I'm doing a needle drop in it, but really nice stuff. Right, I mentioned this artist in my last video, I think. This is Mary Love Coma with a track called Come Out of the Sandbox. I mentioned before that she was a soul singer throughout the 60s and 70s, performing under the name Mary Love. Some lovely soul records, you know, throughout that sort of period. And then in the late 70s, early 80s, she married an evangelist preacher, Bradford Coma, hence how she became Mary Love Coma. And he wrote and produced 2 gospel albums for her during the course of the 80s. They're both quite sought after records. I've got the first album, I don't have the second one. The second one's the more expensive of the 2, but this is the big tune from it. So as you can see, this is on Love Records out of LA. It's a private press thing, but the track Come Out of the Sandbox, I'm gonna do a needle drop on this. I absolutely love it. It's that sort of mid 80s soul sound. Obviously it's highly religious, it's a gospel record, but absolutely beautiful. Yeah, this has been my find of lockdown, to be perfectly honest. So see what you think of that. And the last 45 I think I'm going to show is this now. Lawrence Mellow Man 44 showed this. This is Sonia Spence, Let Love Flow On. This is on the, what's the name of the label? I can't read it. Oh, so the Deptford Northern Soul Club. So most of the stuff they put out on this label, it's a reissue label, is Northern Soul. This is a bit of an exception. The other side is Jimmy James and the Vagabonds, This Heart of Mine, which you could call Northern Soul. This track, Let Love Flow On, is definitely a soul record, but it's a soul record made by Jamaican artists. So it has that, well, not a reggae feel to it, but it does have that, you know, it's hard to describe really, that sort of laid back, well, it's soul music sung in a Jamaican accent, basically. That's the easiest way to put it. A beautiful song. The album that this comes from also goes for decent money now as well. So I think this is as close on to get to it. But yeah, very nice stuff. And I'll do a needle drop on that as well. Right. I've been listening to a little bit of Nick Lowe recently. This is something I bought a couple of years ago. This is his album Labour of Lust from 1979, I think. I think this is probably his best album. Very nice. But what got me here was, I mentioned before that I've been playing a lot of stuff on High Records. When I was talking about Willie Mitchell Productions, the likes of Al Green, Ann Peebles, O.C. Wright. I picked up this 45 recently, so it's still in its plastic. This is also on High Records, as you can see. This is Don Bryant and the track called Shop Around. Now, Shop Around was a big Motown single written by Smokey Robinson and Berry Gordy. It was obviously performed by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, one of the early Motown hits. I say this is a cover, early 70s on High Records, produced by Willie Mitchell again. Really nice version. But that sort of got me listening to a little bit of Nick Lowe, because there's a track on this. This is one of this is the best of his from the I think it came out about 10-11 years ago. One of his 90s albums has got a track on it called Hope for Us All. And so listening to all this High Record stuff got me listening to this again, because that song is a real homage to the High Record sound. If you just check it out online, particularly the horn section, the horn arrangement is so High Records. You know, when I first heard it, it just made me smile. It's yeah, you've got to hear it to believe it, really. But you'll see what I mean as soon as you play the song. It's also got a real nice touch. The second verse has a harmony vocal on it, which is very Bee Gees. It's got a real Barry Gibb sound to it. Not just the actual harmony itself, but the delivery of each line, the punctuation. It really does sound like the Bee Gees, and you've got to check that out to believe it as well. But to understand what I'm saying. But yeah, really nice stuff. And that sort of sent me down a bit of a rabbit hole listening to Nick Lowe and Elvis Costello actually as well. But yeah, really nice stuff. So right, a little bit of VCLT that I got about a month ago. This is an album by the Young Hearts. It's called A Taste of the Young Hearts. Basically, Flip Disc, Mark got in touch with me probably about a month, 6 weeks ago, saying that this album was his favourite find of last year, and he'd found another copy. He wanted to send it to me, so I wasn't going to turn it down. I didn't have a clue what it was. I never heard it before, and it's perfect. It's right up my street. Mid-70s soul on the 20th Century label. You know, you look at the sleeve, you look at the name of the band, you think it's going to be very, very smooth and very syrupy. It's not really. There's a lot more upbeat stuff on here than there are ballads. Actually, the first time I played it, I said this to Mark in a message back to him, was that I put it on. And my wife actually asked what I was listening to. It's not very often she does that. She's normally just trying to block the music out, I think. But yeah, so yeah, she liked that as well. But yeah, a really nice record. Got a nice version on here of Junior Walker and the All Stars. What Does It Take to Win Your Love? Obviously, Edwin Starr did that as well. Originally written by Johnny Bristol. But yeah, one of my favourite Motown songs. So nice that there's a cover on that as well. But yeah, very nice. So thank you for that, Mark. Really cool stuff. I've got something coming back to you shortly as well, so cool. Right, okay. This is something that I picked up last week. A friend of mine has got a local shop. He's been doing an online crate digging thing where every Saturday he gets a big pile of records and flips through them, and if anything takes your fancy, you just message him. So this one cropped up last week. This is an early 70s Candy Staten album. This is a French copy on United Artists. I think it came out on Fame Records in the States. So self-titled album. She made some really nice sort of southern soul records in the early 70s. The other one, I'm Just a Prisoner for Your Good Loving, is just a brilliant song. But this is really nice. It was reissued on CD, I don't know, about 10-15 years ago on the Honest John's label, and I have the CD. And when I saw this, I was umming and ahhing whether to get it on vinyl, thinking did I actually need it or not. And it must be after I bought it and I was waiting for it in the post, I was thinking, I don't know whether that was a waste of money. I've been trying to avoid, duplicating stuff I've already got, But I'm so pleased I did. It sounds great. It's such a well, she's got that rasp to her voice, hasn't she? She's got a real swagger to her voice, I always think, Candy Staten. Yeah, a beautiful vocalist. And I say that the vinyl copy sounds great. It's got a real lightness to it. Lots of space in there. Yeah, I definitely recommend it if you can find a copy. I say this is a French pressing, but very nice.
Though you Let love flow on, baby. Let love be free. I reach for you, honey. You reach for me. We'll do the things together only lovers do. Let love flow on.